another sell-off we've been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1% it didn't slip. What's the ticker? Where's it at? I put the crypto on my tab. Blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we've been had. Not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip. By 1% it didn't slip. I put the crypto on my tab, blew the whole shot, didn't land. Another sell-off we've been had, not a single drop of liquid left. Bullish on another flip, by 1% it didn't slip. Take the cat, ripping crypto like a gat. See the chart, it goes flat. White headphones on his hat, money counter on his lap. Gold chain with slap.
All right, Tic. Hey, how you doing? Yeah.
Hey, good morning. I need like 20 more seconds. I'm just finishing up my coffee.
Go ahead. I just got some myself too.
Cool.
Of course, we're an hour early, so I don't expect the regulars to join just yet. So take it easy, right?
Yeah.
Take it easy. Go fix your coffee, because it's Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah, I got my kettle's finishing up, heating up. I do instant coffee. Right now I've got.
Oh, you do.
Right now I've got it's like mushroom coffee, like superfood mushroom. So it's like reishi turkey tail with what else? Cordyceps, lion's mane. It's like a superfood
Well, go
collection.
get it, my guy, because I'm excited to talk about the tickers that we have bags in that were projects that were here.
Yes.
In the spaces, they are pumping hard right now. I'm just like, yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, let me go grab my hot water. Give me 2 seconds.
So go ahead, get that fixed, and I'll be just, you know what? I'm going to look for another song. Let's play another song then and wait for some more people to come in so you can get your live stream set up and do all that kind of stuff, right? Let me go to my library here. I'll wait for you to get back and start talking. But we hear, who else is here? Oh, Crypto Cathal? Is that, did I say that right?
Let's see, Crypto Cathal.
Cathal.
Oh, and then, Cathal_ETH is their username.
ETH, well, I got some AI on Ethereum that is pumping hard right now. Send it. All right, just play that. I'm going to play my song again, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I was playing it I was actually in Doodle Space this morning. I guess you guys all know who Doodle is, right?
Yeah.
And so they play a lot of music on in my Sunday morning. So they're late Saturday space. And I was playing my song. I was like, guys, I kind of want to make a music NFT from that with my own voice and, do all that. But I kind of want you to give me feedback on it because, I might like it very much, but maybe you have something to say about it that needs changing. And they did it. They loved it, Vic. So, yeah, let's go ahead and play it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this is that song, right? Chill song. Ooh, it's Wildest chill song. Good morning on X.
Wake up in the morning, sun not shine. Where we callin', crib grind on my mind. X platforms buzzing, good vibes we send. Rise up, stack sets, let's do this again. Good morning on X, we tweeting the truth. Grinding in where the blockchain, the proof. From the wallet to the moon, we holding it strong. What's the road to riches in the crypto song? Check the charts, yeah, the market's alive. BTC pumping, all coins are thriving. NFTs flipping, got the rare in my back. Smart contracts clicking, no turning back. The fires, we're stacking the gains. Hotel to the dip, no stress in my veins. Post on X, GM fam, let's rise. Let's worry as we reach in the skies. Good morning on X, we're tweeting the truth. Grinding in where the blockchain, the proof. From the wallet to the moon, we holding it strong. GM fam, let's rise. Let's worry as we reach in the oh yeah, we're moving with ease. Layer 2 solutions, breezing the seas. Minting new tokens, community tight. Web dreaming, we're working all night. Say GM to the fam, positivity spread. Crypto's the future, fiat's long dead. From Solana to ETH, we building the way. Rasta in the code, Jah guide us today. Yeah. Our vibes run the blockchain secure. Decentralized world, the vision so pure. No bank, no boss, just peer to peer. With the dream, and we're working all night. X keep us linked, the signal so clear. Tweeting GM, loud, let the whole world hear. Yo, yeah. streets reading the truth, grinding in waves of blockchain, the proof from the water to the moon. We holding it strong, rest of the road to riches in the crypto song. So wake up, small and grind, don't stop. We're breath away, we're reaching the top. Come on and on it. Let's keep it real. Cryptos to fight, just love we feel.
Yay! Yay!
Very
Yes,
nice.
we just need to
So
find a way for me to sing the lyrics into there with some help of some fine tuning AI, right? So, but yeah, it's, I got to figure out how to do all that stuff. We're gonna coming week. I have a lot more time. Well, we're gonna have a lot more time over the summer as it is. So, and these spaces are actually so much vibing, right? So they're just about the music, and of course, it's not everything is crypto music. More not than there is. So this was something new, and I think calling it "Good Morning on X" that's going to be the title,
mm-hmm.
and so I think a lot of people can relate to that, right? A lot of people can relate to the "Good Morning on X," yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that's gonna be it's gonna be wild. Yeah. Anyway, Sin AI, my guy, it's pumping hard. Do you see that?
No, ever since it's on Ethereum wallet, I haven't looked at it, so I don't even know. I didn't
Your
claim.
bags are up, like massive.
Yeah, I haven't claimed anything, so I don't know if anything got sent to my Ethereum wallet for Sin AI.
Yes, you got. Yeah, you got an automatic airdrop. You don't need to claim.
Ooh, okay, and so that would be
And you also getting now automated ETH as rewards in your ETH wallet. Yeah.
oh, I see it right here. Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
okay, I have
Whoa,
the
whoa, yeah,
tokens.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Pay attention, my guy. Yes,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. The
sick.
bags are pumping.
Cool,
Sick,
cool.
right?
Okay, it
Yeah.
says honeypot detected. Ignore that, right? I'm
Yes,
assuming it's
ignore
not a
that
honeypot.
because, well, they still gotta listen. They're
Yeah,
man. I didn't make the contract this
dude,
time, right?
I'm
So that's
stoked.
why you get these things. But yeah, look, no, it's not an issue. That is because of the rewards.
Yeah.
So anytime there's staking available or rewards, it's gonna be like it's gonna set off that honeypot thing. But yeah, it's absolutely not right. So
That's
yeah, no
very
worries. You can just
cool.
sell. It's not a problem, right? So
Wow.
but yeah, my bag is now 6.5 grand.
Nice. Okay, so
Yeah.
and so what happened with what's causing it to pump so hard? It's just the
On Ethereum, we have a lot more connections on Ethereum than we did on Solana or even on Sui, right? So, and people are really on ETH. ETH is really hot right now in the trenches. I cannot tell you how hot. Every private now only calls Ethereum tokens, and that's because Ethereum is going to be bullish over the summer.
mm,
And I could see Sui being bullish in September. So get ready for all of that stuff. If you find some gems right in there, grab them, right? Grab some good stuff. Grab some bags that you don't miss for the next coming 2 months, right? Some money you don't need. Just a little moon bag, right? Have a moon bag. $50, sub 30K something. I mean, come on now, right? You kidding
mm-hmm.
me? So
That's crazy.
yeah, my bag is up massive for Cine I, and I knew that that was a good decision. Normally, migrating is not a good decision; it's bearish, right?
Yeah.
But if you tackle it from the right way, and then, our all of our connections, Fox connections, right? Uh, Fox is MMKK too, just like me, right? So,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So it's gonna have that whale support too. And whales love Ethereum. These Ethereum whales, you cannot get them from Ethereum. Somehow, is in their brain starts glitching when we talk about something else, right? So
it's like it's one of the safest. That's the kind of like the understanding I have is that
yeah, but it's also the very much for the deaf. It's easier to build on, right? So you're not running into these issues now. Look, a person from Ethereum would very much see Solana things as issues, Sui things as issues, right? While somebody who is used to building on Sui is, they see the fact that there isn't enough being built yet as a big opportunity. While somebody on From Eat will say like, yeah, well, I just want to have this available and this available. Well, that's not there yet on these on Sui. Yeah.
Mm.
So you gotta wait or build it yourself. But that's just because it's early. So a lot of people go to Sui because they recognize it so early. This is just a sign of it being very, very early. Ethereum didn't have that in the beginning either. Everything needed to be built there. But now that it's such a long established chain, that Ethereum, everybody is used to there having everything at hand, and it's so easier to build out your utility. I mean, all the tools are there for you to use anyway, right? So, yeah,
Huh.
there
Very
are
cool.
a multitude of things that you can use on Ethereum. You just have to pick and choose, or often the question is more like which one instead of where is it, right?
Mm.
But it depends on how you look at these things, you guys. I mean, look, you can be somewhere very, where there isn't enough being built yet and see that as a bearish thing, or you can say like, oh man, I'm so early here. That volume that we're gonna catch here, I'll take that. I'll take that as a bullish signal. Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, I'm just getting front row seats here then.
Mm.
But people from Ethereum have like a different. They are kind of. They did that for years. It's very hard to change. It's very hard to make people to board people, but they're gonna board because eventually they're gonna have to relent to volume on Sui, and they're gonna have to. So, you know, it's just that the what people from Ethereum especially dislike on Solana and on Sui is that these gas fees are too low and the sell pressure is then too high,
Yeah.
right? So in Ethereum, you're not dealing with people with $50, $100 bags or $20 bags, right? So this is more, it's been a whale chain in that sense for forever. So yeah, people with a $20 bag are just not making good trades over there simply by the mechanics of the gas fees, right? So they need to hodl longer, and these people with $20 bags not willing to hodl long anyways. They just want to make $40 out of the $20, right?
Yeah.
So the people from ETH do not want that, right? They don't like that type of trading at all. They
Mm.
are hodling longer. They do the access, but they hodl a shit ton longer. The Ethereum people are very relaxed this way, right? They can toss in a lot of money and let it cook for 3, 4, 5, 6. I tossed a lot of money in Sin AI. I was like, yeah, I'm not expecting this to come out 3, 4 months, 5 months, right?
Mm.
But then suddenly I can do 60, 70 grand, right? And in a very relaxing way. I just buy once. I do not have to clench my butt cheeks, right, and all of
Mm.
that. It's kind of expected that I'm going to make a large amount. So Ethereum very different, and they don't necessarily want to move, right? So some of them do. I managed to get a lot more people from Ethereum to Sui, but a lot more people from Cardano are joining Sui, and that is actually I know a lot of people in Cardano as well, and they were heavily boarded into Sui, especially in Nami. There was a ton of that community in Nami coming from Cardano, and they started to see Sui because there is no tech on there. It really had an allure to the people from Cardano because what they do is they love to build shit. They are all geeks. They love to build shit. So for them, Sui is like, so like with the new Wahala that they can build stuff on, right? They can geek out on all building new tech, right? So that's their thing. Cardano is very techy people over there. Even the regular meme coin traders are more technically inclined over there. So it's kind of a different universe. Island Cardano, but Cardano is eyeballing Sui for that reason, right? They're bullish because we can build on there. There's actually like new territory that we can capture. So, So what's bearish for one is bullish for the other, right? Let's just stick with that. Um, how is our 1000X doing? I tick. Pull up the
Well,
1000X.
yeah, I did update the website yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. So, and then the chart was looking amazing too. So, yeah, I've updated the website. What did I add on here? I need to change the alignment on this section. I didn't notice that. I couldn't see it on my cell phone. But I put on Sui Vision, so view on SUI Vision. Let me see, so that you can see the stats on the token a little bit more clearly. Also,
Yeah.
there's the bird eye. There's the Dex tools. I have the stake on Moonbags button all there.
Yeah.
There's the live chart embedded. And then I moved around some of the data. I made sure some of the data is accurate, and then kind of and then just touched up little things I noticed that needed to be adjusted. But yeah, it looks way better, I think. And then I need to tell it to center the alignment on the section below the hero section. Okay, so I'll do that in 2 seconds. But yeah, they had a free weekend for Lovable, free agentic coding with Lovable. So I used a bunch of
Yeah.
credits since I had a bunch of free generations to do a bunch of
Hmm.
modifications. So that was cool. But yeah, the
Awesome.
chart is looking. Let me see. We're up to 2758, which is that's still like it's significantly higher than what we bought in at.
Hmm.
I think we got in at 14. So has it 2x since we got in?
Well, I got in a bit earlier than you did, my guy.
Yeah. Well, I thought I hit like a 5x, and then since then,
Yeah.
I've only gone up a little bit, but like it's pretty much only been up. I think like
I think my average is 7K.
oh
And
damn
because I was kind of, in the moment, very bullish, and I had a decent amount of SUI in my
yeah
wallet,
yeah
I just gunned twice at it, right?
yeah. Yeah, it looks like today I'm up like 24%. If I'm not
Cholada still holding. Oh, I'm sorry, I was yawning. I
Yeah,
kind of like.
Cholana. Yeah.
Yeah, Cholada. Well, all the doginal whales are in there too, so they just hold the whole floor,
Dude.
right?
That's crazy. That's
Cholana was like he was like gunning $1,500 at that chart in one go. He was trying to make a statement. I was like, my God, break that up in little pieces, right?
yeah.
Slippage and
Chill.
price impact alert. But
Yeah.
no, that was kind of he wanted. We were in that space this morning, and it was kind of I was telling them how it was Sui Bass, right, the founder, that it was his birthday. And I was like, yeah, it would be great if we could, he's not awake right now, but then when he wakes up, we bonded, right? So that's why we all got together and bonded in the Moonlight Crypto space. That's what happened.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So it's like a birthday gift, right? That you're bonded. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, hey, Coach, welcome on stage. Aubrey, thank you for joining. I see you. If you want to come on stage too, this space is just quiet because we're starting an hour earlier than normal, so nobody's used to all of this. If you want to come on stage and this is, have a little chat. Thank you for reposting the room and for being here. I appreciate this. Coach, how you doing?
Hey, GM. Actually,
But
we
Mm-hmm.
were just in VC before, but hey,
Yeah.
Tick, I saw the updated website,
you
and
like it?
actually, it's so great that you did put the Sui Vision there because we're now verified there.
Sick.
We have
Wow.
we have
Okay,
a
yeah,
blue check
synchronicity.
mark.
Yes, it's
Yes.
serendipitous. I love it. And what do you think? How do you feel about that new background? Is it too cheesy? I know it's a little cheesy, but like that's kind of the point. Like
I
I like the
I
degen aesthetic.
I feel like it goes very well along with Aubrey's art. It's
Very
very
purple.
traditional.
It looks
Yeah.
very Solana. That's also the kind of the colors.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
it looks
We
so
need to
Hey,
stick with
Solana.
the blue, you guys. The
Yeah,
blue is water.
I should clean it up because it kind of has a retro look to it, which I was going like I kind of liked it, but I'm like, yo,
um,
if I kind of like made everything look crispier and maybe a light blue and white color scheme
Yes.
instead of the purple and blue, it might have like
yes.
a lot cleaner of aesthetic, like similar to like a slush wallet colorization, except blue
And
and white. Yeah.
this is kind of what we're actually aiming for because
Mm-hmm.
Sui wants to be relatively simple and easy
Yes.
for people
Yeah.
to onboard. And another thing is that we're still on Sui, so we should pay attention to the colors. We
Yeah.
Yes.
should have more blue in our art,
Yes.
and
It's either
it's a
going to
good
Yeah.
be in
thing.
your name or it's going to be in the right. So the ticker is 1000X on SUI. And so you align yourself with SUI. So you should be corresponding. It's the
Yeah.
water chain. So having, like the guy with the drop, that makes sense, right? Because it's actually, in Chinese, you don't say sui, right? You say sui, sui. It's kind of saying like sweet, sweet, and it means water. Eat by sweet.
Yeah.
What a cup
And
of water.
I don't know. I think like the easiest change that we can do is just to make this X blue instead of green.
Yeah, give me. Sorry, I was typing. Okay, cool. So the X, where at?
Well, for example, at least at the first text screener, because this banner that we have there, well, quality
Ah,
is bit questionable.
it's questionable banner.
Oh, we can
It's a
upscale
Zhejiang.
it. Will you
It's a
ups?
Zhejiang banner.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if the image quality is not so great, but you still like the image, you can upscale it using OpenArt.
Hmm.
Make it larger and more clear.
Yeah, yeah. I think my issue is really
The
with the
picture.
banner itself,
Cool.
not with the quality of it.
Awesome. No, I love it.
Color scheme should be fixed
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
because
Cool.
yeah, because we want to align with Sui as much as possible, and those those cheesy colors. I think it's so much Solana. Like it's really Solana.
Yes. So I'm trying to get these tiles centered. Center these tiles. I hate it when it's something like little that starts glitching, and then you're like, oh fuck, come on. So I'm messing around with this right now, and then as soon as I get this, I feel like I'm so close. But as soon as I get that set, then I'm gonna probably tell it to do like a minimal, sleek, professional design. I'm gonna probably tell it to take the rounded corners of the tiles. Probably tell it to make those 90-degree angles, make them square off the angles. So I think I can do some stuff that will make it look a lot more sleek. And then I'll make a color palette real quick using ChatGPT. I'll say,
Yeah,
make me,
yeah. Use the
yeah,
color palette. That's
yeah. Doing it's, I already have it in my head how I'm going to do it. So it's just a matter of clicking around now. So yeah, I'll
click
implement those
around.
changes though.
Click around.
I'll make it happen. Oh, but in other news, what about those memes, dude? I've been cooking. Have you seen the
You've been cooking, bro.
dude? I don't
He's going
know.
crazy.
Yeah,
He's talking
last
to himself in the teacher. Like, oh,
yes.
look at this. Oh,
Uh,
look
Yeah,
at this. Look
I
yeah.
at this.
It was like 2 a.m. and I was having like all I don't know what, but I was just having like a flood of inspiration. And so I knew no one else was in the channel, but I'm like, everyone's gonna wake up and see this, or when they join in, I knew I felt crazy doing it, but I was like, oh, people are gonna love this when they see
Derek
it.
was being bullish, for himself,
Yes, dude.
by himself.
Some
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them,
yeah.
some of those were so funny though. What was the? I love the left nut one, and then, oh my god, what was the other one that I came up with last night? It was damn.
Jeez, this left nut one is brutal, bro.
I love that one. And then what was the other one that I just did last night? Was the oh, I did a bunch of glass letterings. Oh, the 1000x better than Bitcoin. That was another narrative I was
Yeah, yeah.
That is
trying
a
to
good one.
Dude, that's so funny. And then there's a picture of a skyscraper and it's like 1000x better than Bitcoin is like the ad that's on the side of the skyscraper. And I'm like, yeah, this new ad featured on the side of the skyscraper was a great investment and well worth it, to the moon. But it's just, I'm being satirical, but I just think it's so funny saying that 1000x is better than Bitcoin. It's something super controversial. I'm just trying to get a reaction. I want people to be
No,
like,
look,
you
yeah,
know,
of course. And look, Bitcoin cannot 1000x.
yeah,
Not
you know,
mine.
that's
It takes 50 years, right?
yeah, that's the fact right there.
Yeah. So you got a hook right there,
If
right?
you're looking at
Yeah.
upside potential, yeah, 1000x has got it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get the
No, I mean
alignment.
it's a very common thing that Adeni and all Sui maxis are saying that Sui is better than everything,
Mm-hmm.
not just Bitcoin.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, very true.
I wouldn't even be like that surprised when Sui would make 3K before Solana, bro.
Yeah. Wow,
Personally,
huh? Just because there's so much attention on it, and
because I'm a delusional guy.
yeah, you gotta
I'm a
be. You gotta
delusional
be.
bull.
You gotta be
Exactly. I
delusional.
am
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. That's the
Yes.
only way you'll make it is if you're delusional.
Look, this is how you respond to things in life, right? So even though I'm really technical, I do a lot of science, and if I pick things apart, I leave nothing up to uh, to coincidental stuff, right? When it comes to working out, when it comes to my work, when it comes to, sure, but a very much a side of me that is very much floating, right? So I know I coach. You don't even know. I've been 1000x has been in my vocabulary for years, right? And I'm always saying it. And I did 100x stuff, 500x stuff, but I never 1000x stuff. So that's why you always hear me say 1000x again. Sometimes I just buy bags and I'm like, it's my 1000x bag, right? And so when everybody knows this on my timeline too, when I say good morning, and sometimes I'm wishing people, hey, 1000x your day, like let's go, always 1000x something, whether it be your workout, what you eat, right? Make it better. That's just what I'm always trying to say. So when I saw that ticker on Raiden, I was like, what the hell is this? And then I got into that TG. I was like, I gotta know about this if it's something, right? Like, and then you got, it was synchronistic like that. So it's kind of like, I let these things happen just as much as I am very rigorous with things, but I recognize if it comes my way and it's called 1000x, well, I was buying because I kind of have to, right?
Oh, I
So,
remember. I remember that day so well. I woke up in the
yeah,
morning. You were in Spaces, and usually when I wake up in the morning, I tune in into Moonlight Crypto.
yeah.
You were in Spaces, and the ticker was there, and I was like, "Geez, Wild is showing a ticker. I'm a open in here," and the market cap was 7.4K,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
and yeah, rest is history.
Yeah,
Good
so
time.
also very funny because I lost my other account, right? I didn't have that two-factor verification in place and I got hacked. And I built like a following of just organically, right? Much over time. I had like 18,000 followers, and I was always looking on scanners for, because I was always hunting the 1000x. People know me for this, right? So hey, I go nano cap, because if you want 1000x, you need to go nano cap, right?
You need that 3K entry.
Yeah, right. I mean, look, you got to take a risk for 1000x. This is not going to come by often, and it's not going to come by. Just being and a 5 million market cap, that's going to cook too long, right? I'm willing to let things cook, but not for 5 years. Um, so I was always on scanners calling these tokens. Some rallied very hard, and they did 500x, 600x, 700x, right? So a lot of people know me for this too. That of course I do future trading, very much technical analysis. I stack sets like there's no tomorrow, but there is a big part of me that looks at these things and keeps an eye on these things. I always have my scanners on, right? So when this came by, I was like, yeah, that's 1000x, that's it. Let's see who this is, right? Let's make a connection. Now if this was just a person who was not willing to talk to me in space or whatever, I would have let it go, because I might have flipped my bag and to be like, yeah, okay.
Yes, that is
But
another thing. Like
yes,
what at first it was you, and second thing was that I was just in a previous project together with Suibes. It was this dwarfy CTO that we got all burned really hard,
yeah.
and yeah, I've seen him around in Sui trenches. So there were just two people basically running it, who I knew I can trust, and it's been great. It's been really great. I've enjoyed that ride up and
Synchronicity, it's
down
like the
so well.
matrix glitch, is it not? These things coming together perfectly aligned, it's like a matrix glitch for me. First of all, I see my 1000x flying by and I'm like, hell yeah, right? And then it turns out to have all these connections
Hmm.
that you didn't see before, and meeting you guys, right? But you already being in the moonlight space, I mean, that's because you saw me looking at that thing probably live in space.
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I was saying like, hey, I see 1000x ticker, it's mine, let's go, right? I'm
I
gonna hop
think you
into the
were already
TG.
positioned. I think
Yeah.
you were already positioned
No, I
by
found it
then.
when well,
We had
maybe you
this
got.
we had this consolidation there around 7K. Um, and I saw it's consolidating, and I was like, hell yeah, it's gonna break out like any minute now.
Yeah.
And I came in, and it didn't take us. that long after that.
No, it
Until
didn't take long
Solana
at
just decided to dump blast
No, this is what
pond this
happened in
bitch.
the space. So I was, it's my morning. So I already did my workout because my office is also my gym. I have a whole rack, all my barbells are here, plates. I got the whole shebang here.
Hell yeah.
And so I actually sleep next to my barbell. It's my barbell. It's important to me. Uh, anyway,
Tell me you're a gym rat.
I still have Corona PTSD, my guy. The gyms were closed, so my barbell is never leaving my side. It's always closed.
Keep that
Um,
thing on me.
yeah, yeah. So I was grabbing my coffee. I got into the space. I put my scanners on, put my, Bitcoin chart is already on. Lamb is playing some music, right? And he is opening, and I'm looking at that scanner. I see that 1000x, and I saw it already at like 5K market cap or something like that, right? On the scanner. So I was like, I was saying to Lamb, hey, I see a 1000x sticker. I'm gonna hop into that TG. And he's like, what? And I'm like, my guy, I'm going to have to check this out. So I was in space saying what I was going to do. So I'm like, hey, I'm in the TG now, right? I need to get some of this, right? So, and then it unfolded. But I guess you hopped in maybe a little bit later on that because I actually saw it on the scanner. I was talking about it in the space, like, hey guys, there's something flying by in the scanner.
Yeah,
There's a
for me
thousand
Yeah.
X.
for me it came later because
Yeah.
I think Tick already had the website ready. If I'm not
Yes. Yeah.
No
wrong.
You came
way.
in a little bit. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild. That's so
And then the
cool.
next day, Cholana was in there, and we had, of course, that was Crypto Moonlight, and then we had a MySpace, or our space, Ticken, the What's the Ticker space, and then Sui Baz actually joined us in What's the Ticker, and that's when we actually got to talk, right? Because I was in the TG telling him like, hey, join my space, come on stage, right? Let's go do this, and he was on stage, and then the next day in Crypto Moonlight, it was his birthday, was Suiba's birthday, and that's where Cholana. I was like, hey, maybe we should bond, and then out of nowhere, because this is Cholana, he just started to push $1,500 in, and then it was like boom, and then we bonded it in the Moonlight space with the Doginals. Doginals bonded right for it, so crazy, right?
That
And
was that was crazy. Just like seeing it live.
And Cholana is like, and I was telling him, he had like 6% of supply, bang, right? So I was like, you gotta, split your wallet up, because people are gonna complain about that, Maya.
Making us
But
nervous.
did he then? I think we still have that 6% top holder.
He still needs to do it, and it's such a great guy because
But
Dojima dogs know how to hold the floor, right? They know how to
but
hold the
hey,
floor.
why doesn't he just stake it?
I think he staked half.
Because I think when you stake a percentage, then it doesn't appear anymore in the holders.
No, I think it does. No, no, no. I think it still does. Because I know he
Um,
staked it. I saw that stake flying by, and I have not seen that unstake on the scanner at all. Because I'm
because I
thinking,
think when you stake it, it actually leaves your wallet, so you're not a holder
uh,
anymore.
I think it's locked. I don't know. We should get it. But I know because I'm watching on the scanner because I front run a few people who were selling. That's not because people think they're fucking smart, but it takes an hour to unstake. So if I see on the scanner somebody's unstaking, I just track their wallets,
Mm.
right? And so I get a signal. Whatever they do, I get a signal from that wallet because I've been eyeing these wallets. Don't worry, right? I got this. So so I follow these wallets. I get a ping on what they're doing, and if they're unstaking, I know they can sell an hour later. So what am I gonna
No,
do?
actually, this is not correct. When you stake, you can unstake 1 hour later. But when I unstake, I can immediately sell.
Yes, yes, but you can front run that because you get a ping from the wallet, so directly, right? So you can front run them. I front run two big cells.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You can have them pinged when they do stake, right? And
Yes. Yeah.
then once they do, but when they already unstake, then I think it happens so fast that you really have to be fast for that.
Yeah, but your rate and X is fast, so I
Yeah.
managed to do it twice. I fucking stomped them out, and
Hmm.
then bought
Hmm.
back that floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's the only way to punish people, right?
and
Yeah.
that's what we do.
Wilder, I full disclosure, there's been a couple times where I sold off like 20% because it was during a pump and I just figured I'd buy back in on the next dip. That's completely fine if I'm just selling off 10 or 20% just to move with the
Look,
right?
selling. Look, we should not be sell shaming. It's
Okay.
just that I saw a few wallets trying to eat the chart out.
Yeah, no way. I wasn't trying to impact the chart at all. Like I was watching how much the candles were like dipping and I'd like sell and then maybe like watch it and then like do another little sell and then and then maybe come back a couple hours later and when the candle's a little bit further
Yeah, but
down, I'd
you
buy,
are
buy, buy.
helping. So with your actions like that, you are
Yeah.
actually gaining more tokens. And I rather have the tokens be in control of the community than
Right.
people who are eating out the chart.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have you have a adding to your bag
Yeah.
than the token amount than somebody else, right? So I managed to in this way get a lot more tokens too that I'm just gonna stake.
Mm.
So eventually, we're gonna have to the holders are gonna stake their tokens, and when that stake goes to if 80% of this shit is staked, it's gonna send so hard because there's gonna be supply shock. So
Mm.
that's basically what is then gonna happen. So I'd rather have that being in the community's control that believe in this, that are active, and that are helping pumping the bag and move the project forward. And if you are trading the chart like that, it's fine. We should not be
Right,
self-shaming.
right,
But
for sure.
I know on Sui, very low cap like this, there is
Mm.
predatory people who are
Yeah.
gonna try
Snipe it.
and look. No, if they would just buy and sell, this would not be an issue.
Uh-huh.
But I have already connected to some bearish people in the TG and connected the wallets to them already
I see.
because they display behavior that is classic. But and I've been
They're
in
trying to
TGs and managing tokens for a long time, so I
uh-huh.
spot these people straight up. They are going to sell, and then they come in the TG and complain why the website is not changed yet, or
Right.
and they're going to say, yeah, but I'm a website developer, so what?
Right.
Right? So, but they're gonna fud without clearly fudding,
Yeah.
and they're gonna make they're gonna change the vibe of the TG.
Mhm.
And that's because they just sold and they want now other people to sell so they can do a same move. And that's eating out the chart. You're being an asshole. So and that's not going to fly with Wild here. I'm going to front run you because I saw a few of them started to stake and I was like, all right, I'm going to follow your wallet. I have bots that do that. And I get a ping of you unstaking. And within 1 second, I'll press that fucking sell button before your ass does.
Mhm.
And I'm a big holder, so I can wreck you totally if I want to.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So just F off. It's not gonna happen.
The bigger bag's gonna win. Yeah.
I got bigger balls. Yes.
Yes.
My balls are bigger than yours.
By the way, okay, the website is looking
True.
sexy as hell. Okay, so I'm gonna go publish right here, dude. Okay, I just want to throw a new background on it, but yo, coach, check this. It kind of looks like your avatar. Actually, it's like the same color scheme as your profile picture. Oddly enough, I use ChatGPT. Okay, cool. The updates are live, dude. Wizard with
Tick is being
this.
Tick. Tick
I
is
love
being,
it.
hey, Tick, I still need to mint Millie. Can you just remind me?
Ooh. You know what? I don't think I have Millie minted either. I didn't realize that until yesterday.
I forgot. So I got the OG mint, but
Uh-huh.
I kind of want to do this mint as well. So I just love minting some stuff on Sui now, because I think for the it's going to be bullish to have some utility mints, right? In that regards, I think it's bullish, and what I just want to support there. And so, please remind me because this is gonna leave my brain. Oh, let's welcome Anthony. I see Nayal is in here. Thank you for coming. You want to come on stage and talk to me? You're more than welcome to.
Will you guys do me a favor and take a look at the website and let me know what do you guys think about the updates? I kind of comply.
I'm gonna have to go into the TG to grab
Dude,
the website.
I'm loving it right now. I'm like my own biggest fan sometimes. It's kind of sad. But just kidding.
Do we have a prompt for if I say website?
Yeah, we do.
Website?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah, I got it.
I'm in the website now. I mean, it looks different, of course.
Yeah, it looks way different. It doesn't look as degen, but now it looks kind of like pop-up shop. I just need a background. I feel like a background is going to complete
That's
it.
yes, yes. That's what I wanted to say. If we now could get like a nice looking background with proper colors,
Yeah.
then it would look awesome.
Yeah, I think that the squared off tiles though, and then the white background, it has a cleaner aesthetic than it did. That's for sure. It looks more like Slush Wallet than it looked like Phantom Wallet, for sure. That's
Yeah.
my takeaway. So it's a step in the right direction. I'm still trying to make a
Okay,
background. Go
so
ahead.
for me, this might be my color. Maybe I'm a little bit, but there's for me this is too much turquoise and not
Okay.
enough blue.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
I like to see, or if I'm gonna be anal like this, right? Sorry about that, Tick.
Yeah.
You're just
No, I
gonna get, you're
appreciate
always
it.
gonna get my feedback,
I
right?
love it. Thank you for being honest.
That that little guy with that little Thousand X
Mm-hmm.
guy, that little buff looking guy, that blue, it needs to correspond with one of the blues in there. And
Yes.
this is not, it's kind of off to me, that turquoise. So
Yeah.
do
Perfect.
that.
I love it.
I
Yes.
actually would love, I maybe would love to remove the background from that guy and have
Mm-hmm.
that guy being exploded big for background, for half of the background, right?
Okay, okay. Let me hold on. I'm copy pasting something real quick. For the color palette.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Tick. Another thing that I think would look great on a website, um, if we would have like a slide running here with
Yeah.
all the pieces of art,
Yes. A meme
so that
section.
they're
I've been
just
thinking about that. Yeah, implementing
yeah.
that's going to be a little bit trickier. And shoot, I wish I had started that while I had free generations on. Oh my gosh, sorry.
Well, so one of you need to contact Cholana, because
He said he wanted to
Cholana
take
is
over. Yeah.
actually a developer,
I gave him all of
and
the
so can help him out.
credentials.
Yes,
I
right.
set up
Oh,
the
and actually,
repository. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cholana has NS, right,
Yes,
for us.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So
that would be great.
that's a surprise, or it's supposed to
And look,
be.
and
So,
also
but
it's also
that's already been
nice
leaked.
because he's a big holder. So you got to incorporate these people because
Yeah.
it's a big whale. So you want to also
You want to keep
yeah.
them busy.
No, yeah, you want to have him engage, right?
Yep, exactly.
And he wants to, and that is already special from a big holder, right? That they actually want to engage, because usually only engage with their money. So just if they want to do something more for the
Yeah,
project, you
I was
gotta let
shocked.
them, right?
Yeah, when he told me that he was doing the NS and he wanted
Yeah.
the credentials and everything, I was like, yeah,
Yes.
dude. And I set up the repository for him, and I actually sent him links. I'm not sure how tech savvy he is, so I sent him links on how to like get the repository off of GitHub locally, and then edit it with
Sure.
yeah. So I kind of gave him like a very helpful, but I don't know where he's at technically. So what I may have sent
Yeah.
him may have perplexed him and turned him off from it completely, because I was suggesting
Well,
he
then
uses
get in
yeah.
touch
Yeah, I gotta find out.
get in touch to call him, right?
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
get off the DMs and get into the directly talking to, because that you are making assumptions now that may or may not be true,
oh yeah,
and
that's the worst thing I
so
can do. Yeah,
the worst thing, and
not
so you
communicating and
don't
having
know, and I don't
expectations.
know either. Yeah, so
That's
directly, that's why I like to talk to someone directly. You get a vibe, you
for
get a
sure.
sense, a better sense, and you don't have to assume. You can just ask a direct questions and get this cleared up, right?
Yeah.
And then, well, God knows what you guys are going to talk about that would be good for the project, and
Mm-hmm.
cooking, right? That
Mm-hmm.
is the only good way to cook, is directly cooking.
Exactly. Yeah. Not with
Yeah. So,
myself in my imagination.
well, yeah, but we tend to do that, right? But
Yeah.
I just take it from me. It's better to just ask people.
What's going on?
And
Yeah.
hey, from a psychological perspective, I help people with this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you deal with assholes? This is how you deal with assholes. You ask them questions. If somebody's coming off a certain way, the best question to ask is, hey, do you mean to be rude?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And now instead of you defending, you have to defend yourself. They are now going to have to defend themselves
Yeah.
and clear that up with you,
Yeah.
just by asking that question. Very powerful question. Hey, did you mean to be rude to me?
Yeah. Damn. That's
That
pretty
is
good.
such a powerful question. If people are being an asshole towards you, did you mean to do that? Did you mean to come off like this?
Mm-hmm.
It says two important things. I detected that you were rude or otherwise something that you did that is not okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now I'm calling you out on it if I'm right, if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give you. You can either explain yourself and you get off the hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm calling you out. I saw what you did, and I'm calling you out. And people who are rude, people who are bullish, not bullish, bearish, but
Bearish.
bullies.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
bullish, right? People who are bullish, they cannot. They will crawl if you say that because they don't know how to respond to that because they know they're not being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
But now they actually have to own up to it or deny it. There's no
Right.
other way around this, right?
Right.
So very powerful question, you guys. First of all, give yourself time to think about this question yourself. So it kind of that you are prompted, and then if you have that incorporated, that is the first thing that you will automatically fire to people who are rude to you, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
being a bully to somebody else. Is, hey, did you mean to do this to that other person? Was that your intention?
Mm.
And then they have to come with an answer. And you turn the table instead of you being attacked by them. You turn the tables, you flip the script straight on them, right?
Mm.
Did you mean to do that? Very powerful question.
That's
And
good.
most people will back down from that. Oh, I didn't mean to come off like that. Okay, well, go. Then we're
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
But otherwise, we're gonna, yeah. They will respect the dominance in that when you say that, right? So they're
Mm.
either gonna have to back down and listen to you, or there's gonna be other consequence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it's indicating. So very powerful question. Write it down. If somebody's a bully to you or a bully to other people, you don't need to be bullying them back. That doesn't work. They expect that, right? They
Yeah.
expect you. They want to trigger engagement from you. All you need to say is, "Hey, did you mean to do that?" And you can say that very friendly. It's very neutral, right? But it's
Mm-hmm.
a very powerful question. So go ahead and get that in your vocabulary.
Yeah.
Yes.
OpenAI is driving me. Ooh, okay, cool. Now it's starting to work. I have a couple generations that are on 500 seconds right now, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" I think the prompts just weren't that great, but I want to.
Complex prompts,
They
and
were too
also
much,
the amount of people on it are determining that.
dude. I went through 12,000 credits in like 4 days.
You
It's
know how much credit I have on there?
well, you have
55,000.
yeah, you have the larger plan. Yeah, I went with the medium
Yeah.
plan, and I didn't know I would burn through the credits that quickly. It's so easy to do. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, because you
It's
just want to do more and more and more and
yeah,
more. It's
yeah,
very,
and
yeah.
unfortunately, sometimes too, it takes a few generations to get it right
Yeah.
too. But sometimes, like, it's worth it. It's actually never. I've never actually been like resentful towards it and felt like oh that was a waste. It's like it's always maybe it needs like a little
No, it's always
reiterating.
because you want to add things. So you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
something, and then you're like, "Oh, that's looking good.
exactly,
It
exactly.
would look even better if this was in the background." And then you're gonna do the prompt again, and that's where it costs you so many credits. While the initial one looks good already, you just want to keep adding stuff to it. But
Mm-hmm.
that's actually what is fucking up your prompts because after a while it gets confused, right? If you start to add things a lot more and add
Uh,
this, and it's like because you're adding onto the prompt, but you're not taking out the things that you dislike. So sometimes you need to prompt the thing back to the initial prompt. So you need to remove all the prompts you did before and then do the whole prompt again and
yeah,
then add it in. Because if you're just starting to build on that prompt, it's going to be confused. It's going to toss, if you say, like, hey, I want the sign of Thousand X in the background, or let's say, hey, I want this guy to say to be in a cafe and on the menu it says Thousand X latte, and you want your character to order that Thousand X latte, let's say. Now it makes you a good prompt, right? You're looking at it, you're thinking, oh, it's bullish. Oh, it would be more bullish if the guy holds a bag that says Sui,
ooh,
or if there were some bottles on the counter, some bottled water with labels on it with Sui.
hmm.
So now you're
Uh,
gonna add that to the, yeah. But if you do three times and then you go like, ah, not Sui, remove that. We're gonna do
yeah,
something else. Then it's gonna get fucked up because then it's gonna give you that
right.
Sui prompt before into something totally unrelated somewhere in
Yeah.
it.
It gets
and it's gonna
confused.
morph. Yeah, it gets confused that way.
Yeah. Let me see.
That's
So I'm
that's
gonna
actually not a bad prompt.
let's go ahead. So with the 1000x Sui guy, are you're saying go ahead and remove the background and make the character larger? I can ask the AI to do that. Let me see. So
I
remove
I can't. Yeah, yeah.
the
Maybe
one.
because that black is kind of maybe it looks too compartmentalized and
Mm,
not. I think if we blow that up in the background, that it would be more powerful, and then to make a separate prompt from the for the 1000x, and then somehow glue that together, and then that be the background or something like that. Right? I think the orange would really set off without the black. And because if you look at logo, how to build logos, you look for antagonizing colors. So when you are on the color palette, right, on the color
mm-hmm.
circle, you have one color and then you pick the opposite, and that is always the most antagonizing and most powerful. So for commercializing, for branding. So if you look at blue, orange is it's antagonizing, but it's kind of now not coming together because there's this black that offsets all of that. You get
Mm-hmm.
feel me?
Mm.
So I think that with that orange being on that white is going to be more impactful, and then if you blow it up, it will give more of that orange naturally. And then I think we're going to have a lot more of that slush vibe in there.
Let's see. So I'm trying to remove the background right now. Ooh. Okay. Cool. I got a couple of them. This one actually looks like it might be usable. Can you see what I'm doing on the jumbo?
I'm going to look now.
Yeah, I got this one's this I don't know.
Hold on.
These ones are hella orange. This one has a white background though, and so this is looking like it's going in the right direction.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, it's
You
going right. Yes,
do you see
that one
the
is actually that one is actually great. The one with
yeah,
the just the orange when it coughs up. I kind of like them both.
it made a
Maybe we should
genie
try.
looking. This is stupid looking. It's like a Mortal Kombat character. I don't know what happened
Yeah,
there.
flux.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this turned out okay, so image, let me see,
Look
download
at all the
is.
things you've been prompting. My prompts look the same. I have so much.
Oh, it's yeah, this one I made with
So
ChatGPT. This
sick.
prompt because I was doing it
Oh Jesus
myself,
Christ! Yeah.
and then it turns out way better when you use ChatGPT to
Look,
incorporate it. So,
I can also animate that if you want to. You know what is bothering me about this one is that the flames actually are not all the way out, right? That is the
mm,
only thing
yeah. So I'm
that
wondering
is
if I
that,
can
yeah.
have it zoom out and complete the image. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna change the model back to Flux content
Yeah.
and say zoom out and ensure that the flames are entirely visible. I think that might work because that's a simple fix. I could even do it in Photoshop, but it would just take me like 10 minutes to actually have to draw all those flames by hand. I'd probably have to, oh, come on. What is up with this? Okay, so Flux.
I'm gonna put Sin AI in the title because that thing is pumping. Lamb, our bags are pumping. Lamb, I see you. Our bags are up. Our bags are hell up.
I don't know. I don't understand why the image it's giving me right now is so far off. So which maybe I should try switching. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with which models and like the results of how they turn out. I know that I
Yes,
like Imagen
yes.
4 is really good. I'll probably have to do it
Well,
this.
of course, Flux is gonna be your thing, but hold on. What was I see you prompting that? That is actually a kind of beast looking one too. Hold on. Can I see? Or else we just got to blow it up enough so that the orange reaches the other side of the website in the background. We can do that too, and negate all of this. Feel me? Feel my vibe. Are you feeling me? Tick is ticking. Tick, tick, tick.
Yes, yes. Sorry, I'm getting generation limits over here. Trying to figure out
You're geeking out
this.
on your AI. I know this is so addicting. I can do that for hours if I'm not, I'm
Yeah,
making
well,
myself
the
doing that.
the website, it's looking better, I think. Let me see. So, I mean, I changed the turquoise. I think all those
Yes.
updates should
Let
be.
me
It's a
look.
little bit of a darker blue. And I'm gonna update it one more time.
Yeah, more blue. The other one was a little Caribbean blue, which is this is good. That's a good blue. Keep this blue. Yes, and now put that guy blown up in the background with the
Hmm.
orange reaching the other side of the website. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we negate this that it cuts off.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, God, yeah. Open art is being so like not friendly with me right now. For some reason, it's like not.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to step away from it because it's
Yeah,
you're taking it personal.
yeah. I'm just I'm not
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes it just works better than others. Like the models, like depending, I don't know
Yeah.
what contributes to it, but right now it's kind of being tricky with me.
Well, yeah, and also look, the most powerful thing you can do is to have that guy,
Hmm.
the logo guy, right? If we are sure about keeping that, because this is going to cost a lot of money to do, because you're buying in the credits. But that is actually what my daughter did, because when we started prompting my Wilder avatar, right, with ears and all the things that and have a picture of my actual face, right?
Uh huh.
So it kind of still looks like me somehow, even though my avatar clearly has better boobs than me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna give that straight up, right?
Hmm.
So, you cannot be shredded like me and expect the whole but my balls are still bigger than yours. But anyway, so she did all that prompting, and then she got it into 3D, so 4D actually. So my character is from all sides,
Uh huh.
and then you build your character. When it says character, you can build a character,
Yeah, I
but
have a
you need to
tick.
have.
I have a
Yeah.
tick character. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
but you need to have as much pictures from the same thing in
Mhm.
different, from the back to the side to the front. So when you prompt, you can actually say back view, looking over shoulder, doing this. And
Yeah.
then it can actually do that very, very well. She made that character for me. It's working out perfect because I can
Yeah.
put it in any setting almost, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The character consistency. That's such
Yeah,
a cool
yes, yes,
feature.
yes, yes. Yeah. So these character consistencies. I use that for Nami all the time too, just a prompt.
Hmm.
Because a lot of people are like, yeah, well, you're just using AI. Well, first of all, who's not, right? And I think it's bullish. Usually it's the broke artists that are just worried about that. And but the original artist from Nami's was asking 150 per picture.
Wow.
And so if you need to make 4 or 5 posts a day, it's undoable. First of all, the guy wasn't as fast, so you kind of have to wait sometimes 3 or 4 days before he felt inspirational enough to make it.
Yeah.
And then what are you got to do? So you got to drive AI because you got to drive content. So everything it is based on the artist who made it initially. Yeah, very much, which was made from scratch, right? The guy actually drew the whole thing. But then you got to have that programmed into AI for content driving. You cannot come with one post every 5 days on X. It's not, or when he feels inspirational.
Yeah.
Also, the money in that is going to be a lot. It's anywhere between 100 and 150 per picture, which is great. I mean, they deserve that. They make it from scratch, right? They are actually drawing it, right? Also
Hmm.
digitally drawing it, of course, but they do. So they first make a sketch and then they go over. So it's worth the money. They are working their hours and they need to get paid. I'm not trying to be cheap here, but it's not something that you can sustain. For having two posts a day is going to be $300 a day just for your content on X.
Mm.
That's a little much, right? And then AI can take over from there.
Yeah, that's insane.
So I think that's why I still love original art, right? For things I do, but because these people need to eat. I get that, but yeah, you cannot have no content. So I think it's kind of like a good intermediate is to have the AI based character built on the art on what the artist made, and so the artist got paid. But then you can take it from there and have it be sustainable, right?
Oh, that's
Also
crazy. Yeah.
financially.
Yeah, use the artist provided images as a basically like a
Yes.
sprite model
Well, that's what
for
we did
yeah.
with Nami, right? Nami looks very much the same always. It's based upon his drawing of Nami, of that character being a Shiba Inu.
Mm,
So it's based on his art and or the original art because he made that art. He created that character, and then I just with my help of my daughters put it into because we were looking for our own AI generator. So Taijin Crypto is actually the founder of Nami, right? So he's actually the main guy, and also Martijn, Dutch guys. So yeah, but we were looking for this AI thing now to have your own AI. I think Axel has that, right? So you can just generate content whatever you like, but that thing is going to cost 10K. It's 10 or 11K.
mm,
So that is kind of a massive investment just for content,
yeah.
right? So I was like, well, we can have the artist pay the artist so he can still eat,
Mm-hmm.
draw the character multi-dimensional so we can load it up and make it a character and then put that character in anything we like together
Mm,
with everything we like. And so also what you can do then is have it respond to content that's trending on the daily. Like let's say when Trump was taken office, you can then put your character with Trump in the office and have that
mm-hmm.
as content because that's happening today, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or Binance is doing something and you can generate that little guy into something to do with Binance, right? So you can make a post and relate to the trending topic of the day, right? So it corresponds.
Mm-hmm.
And AI can do that. An artist cannot do that, you guys. They're not quick enough to do it. You cannot never be like.
Yeah.
So I do love original art very much, but yeah, eventually we gotta get jiggy with content. So it's gonna be.
Yeah, it just optimizes workflow so much. I look at it as a tool. And like I have
Yes.
Inkscape, I have GIMP. I can, Photoshop and Illustrator. I know how to use those. It's just that if I need to create an image, I can do it in like seconds rather than a few minutes. It's just so much faster. It's not even
Yeah, well, so
funny.
sometimes it's so valuable to do because, right, you want to have these skills still very much. My daughter does a lot of anime digital art that she draws art based. I should show you some art that my daughter makes. It's out of this world.
Mm,
I tell you that much. She's so good at this, right? So I'm really trying to have her have an exposition next year somewhere. I'm going to try and get into some networks somewhere to facilitate that. She had a couple before when she was very young, like 7 years old, right? Because she was making banger art that she made art that was beyond her years, right? So she's really gifted, and she makes some sick. Also, her brush stroking because she uses brushes and she's doing different things. It's amazing. Even people would be like that. These brush strokes are so they get all technical, other artists, but they think this is made by a 30-year-old, right? Not by a 10-year-old.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
so she really has a nick for that. Very talented. Yes. She's. But the thing is that yeah, that neurodivergence, right?
Mm,
She's sometimes reluctant to show her art. Huh? And she's like, "Don't show my art. I don't want people to see it yet." Right?
mm.
That perfectionism comes in there a little. But Coach, you have your hand up. Are you doing that for the culture?
Yeah. No,
Sometimes.
actually, I was just listening in while eating, and regarding the art, we have right now
Go ahead.
situation astronaut, and then we have this blue character with a wardrobe head.
Yes, we need we need
So
to uh, we need to have some consensus.
it's not an issue if Tick could create an AI image of this blue character in an astronaut suit holding the helmet with this 1000X
Yes,
written on it.
and that could be
Yes.
then used as background of on the website as well. So I think we need to go ahead and do that so that corresponds.
Yes.
And then you make that your profile picture, and also in the banner that would be in the banner, right? So yeah, so maybe you can prompt it something with, because I really, and maybe you guys disagree, but tell me, right? So that antagonizing orange color is really offsetting the blue, right? So maybe
We
something
don't
orange.
need that flame.
That flame we don't need, but we can have some orange in the helmet, so it still has that antagonizing color in there.
Hmm.
Because
Maybe
you
that.
need
Maybe.
you need an antagonizer color, or else the blue is gonna be fading into blue.
But maybe then the X itself.
Yes, could do that. Could do that. Or like the helmet being a some shade of he's holding that space helmet, that can be then some orange in there. That I'm just saying, I the orange should be powerful. No, you just need some to offset the color,
Hmm.
to make the blue more important.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to do, right?
Hmm.
And that's very powerful, because if you do not, then the character doesn't stand out, because there's no antagonizer in it, right? You need to always antagonize into a logo this way. Is this alpha?
Cool. Yeah. So let me see. I'm trying to get rid of the background. I have this one is significantly closer to, but the astronaut thing, that's a little bit more like technical. That's something that's going to take a lot of trial and error in order to get accurate.
Actually, I might have it under lock.
Okay.
My ChatGPT should be working, and I think ChatGPT at this point works best
Yeah, I don't have any
with.
credits on ChatGPT right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I have just this free version as well, so I can't do many uploads. But ChatGPT works so well when you give it the picture, and then it just uses this character there. Like this, it does very well.
Yeah.
Yes, but
One. Mhm.
the thing is, you want to stabilize the character, because consistency here is key.
Yes.
And that's where I think that OpenAI is going to be better, because you can build the character there and have it anywhere, right? But the character is always going to keep its characteristics. You're never going to
But
lose the
maybe
initial prompt.
maybe I can put together this astronaut picture,
Yes, but
and then Tick maybe
also
can feed it to OpenAI and.
yes. So make the one with the Oscar, but try and have that character be clean, and then prompt it in ChatGPT to stand to the side, to stand to the front, to stand to the back. So when we build the character, we can actually have the character make any move with any accessories.
All right, I'll do my best. I don't know
Yeah.
how many tries it gives me,
Well,
and I think ChatGPT does not really well understand directions or like front or back. Like these
yes,
things are really
exactly
difficult
right.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where OpenAI is a little bit better. But yeah, when you want to do the character initially, and we need to have it from as much, we can do 2D, it's not a problem, but it for in the future, and you build that character, is going to be expensive to build that character, or it's going to cost a lot, right? On this, it takes like 1,500 credits or something to take, yeah, to do that. To have that initially being okay to good, you can always change it later, but you don't want to make as much changes with that, right? So because it's expensive a little bit, and yeah, you don't want to do that rebuild over again. So
What
we
about
can.
what about Blender though?
I don't like Blender so much.
I
The,
last
the
last
thing.
bull run where NFTs were popping off,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I went into Blender, but oof, it's a lot to learn with all the nodes and stuff.
I use Blender to, yes, but then you're starting to look into something completely different, right? And what it needs to do, right? So
Yeah.
different the demands. But just to stick with the topic of how to build that character for 1,000x, we need to have that character be consistent in a few poses. So that when we build the character, it's always going to have these characteristics, no matter what we ask it to do. It can even wear a t-shirt. It can wear jeans, right? It will put jeans on there, t-shirt on there. It will put it on the Eiffel Tower if you want to, but it's always going to look the same. So you can, and OpenAI is great for if you build a character, is they're great to use the V3 or the Kling for to animate that picture, to animate it. And so I don't know if you checked out my animations that I post daily, but these are used with V3. It's kind of like an expensive thing to use and prompt, but Kling
Mm-hmm.
would do the same thing, would be perfect for characters that are more 2D, right? So, and then you get away with doing that cheaply, so you can have actually some really banger animations to post as well, right? And make it do some fun stuff.
Mm. Yeah, I've let me see. So I've implemented some changes. Now I got it's the website. Let me see. Yeah, it should be updated with the most recent changes. The astronaut guide, that's going to be a little trickier, and then I still have to incorporate the background, but it is a step closer. Let me see. So I've got a website, and then let's see how this looks. It should be. It's better. It's still not exactly. Yeah. So it is better than it was. So that's important. But I'm still refining it because it needs. I want more consistency in the color of the text. Let me see. Did that fix it? Yes. Okay. Cool. Cool. I fixed that eyesore. So I'm gonna update that now too. Oh, and then there's one more. So all right. Cool. So yeah. Let me see. Do I still got you with me, Coach and Wilder? Oh, or am I just all alone here? I can't hear anyone.
I'm with you. I'm just prompting this
Oh, sick.
character.
Cool, cool. Yeah, the website does look 1,000
I
times
was just talking
better.
to a closed microphone, Tick, so
Oh, no worries.
that happened.
Yeah, the website looks 1,000x better though.
All right,
You get
let's
it?
have a look.
Doo-doo.
I was trying to do replies to my good
It's
morning post, which is the kind of like I hate. Some people like it, but I actually hate when it goes overboard like this. It's just I'm trying to reply to people, right?
yeah,
This is already looking a hell of a lot better
it's a
now.
lot better. Yeah.
That black in the background being gone
Mm-hmm.
is already better. All right, so now we need that guy on there with a helmet, right? And then I think we would be. I think that would be great. I think if we can remove, can we make that picture bigger in the back?
That,
Um, make like a bigger header.
yeah. Let me see. Lower the opacity so um it's more subtle.
I can also give you a team membership of Canva because I have Canva Professional as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can build a website in there too. Really good. Can you then upload it to Lovable? Is that possible? Or do we need to upload the whole thing to a web domain that is hosted?
Let's see. There's multiple ways to go about editing it. The easiest way is to download the repository, basically using GitHub, and then using an IDE like Cursor or
Yes.
VS Code. You can edit the website locally, and then to upload it, I believe on the Lovable website, you can access Netlify, where you can manage the domain. I believe, if I remember correctly, that's kind of how you do.
All right.
If you're get, but I'm using the Agentic coding dashboard because it's just
Oh
way
yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
I like using the
Yeah.
IDE because you have more control. But right now, because the web application was free for the weekend, I was like, I figured I'd use the hell out of it because of
Yeah.
the Agentic coding. That shit's expensive. So, usually it's about 25
Yeah.
bucks a month at least. And on top of all the other subscriptions I have, it's the last thing I want to pay for
Yeah,
is
that's
another one.
hilarious, man.
I
Oh
have
my god,
so many.
I'm going broke on that shit. I
Yeah.
could have, every time I see a subscription go, I'm like, I gotta rein this in because I could buy more Bitcoin with this, right? This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm buying more credits. I should be buying more Satoshis.
see the background. Yeah, so I'm trying to incorporate a background. It's still not going to be exactly what we were talking about because the astronaut space, that's something I can always throw that in later. But right now I kind of wanted this consistency. So I'm trying to blow up the blue water drop guy and have it lower the opacity so that it's a subtle large background, so it's kind of like the same image but blown up, and I think it might have a nice aesthetic. If like I have it, I'm imagining it in my head what it's going to look like, and I think it's going to have a nice look. The white void is a little bit too much. I mean, it's clean, but it's like it looks like it's
Well, we
just.
need to make the character bigger. That's what it needs.
Yeah, I could do that too. But I'm trying to blow up the character as the background, lower the opacity so that it's a subtle background. I think that
Yes.
if it overlays over itself, it might look right if the opacity is low enough where it's
Yes.
subtle. So it'll have a nice color balance. And then I can always just tell it, let's increase the banner that's in the hero section by 300%. Ooh my god. Okay, it looks amazing. I just want to add transparency. Oh
I
my
love
god,
how you narrating yourself, and then
dude,
oh my god, it's amazing! Look at this! Look at this!
it it looks
So good.
even this just the way it is right now though. It looks way better than it did. This is like a good yeah. I think it looks amazing. So it's updated right now, and so it's not perfect, but it's
Hold
it.
on, I'm gonna refresh.
I think it looks 1,000 times. It looks 1,000x better. Oh, hold on, wait. Where's the? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's so cool. And then when you
Is
scroll,
that
how
on the
it's.
live stream as well?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Let me see.
That looks so rad.
There's actually more people on the live stream that there are in spaces. There are 27 people looking at the live stream right now, and the spaces are lacking behind. And you guys need to realize this because we are streaming. There is people who look on other social media looking in, right, from YouTube. And some you need to realize when we had last time the big space, we had 100 people, and there were actually like 300, 400 people looking at the live, right? So you got to realize our audience is bigger than you think. And yeah, today we're just gonna have a little bit of a chill space. Sunday we're just vibing out, doing some stuff, right? Taking care of some stuff, helping out with some stuff. But yeah, that said, I just want to talk to the people who are listening in the live on X or on YouTube, but are always, also the ones that are here in the room with us in this space. Happy Father's Day, everybody. It's your day. If you're a guy and you have a child, right? You deserve some recognition. Keep going. Keep being the best dad that you could possibly be, right? Be an example for the guy that your daughter is going to end up with, or be the example of how to be a man for your sons, right? So just gonna give you some love there. And if you don't have children, then honor your dad, whether he's here with you or not, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. I
Uh,
did. I did. What's it called? I used ProNut, by the way, Coach. I know that you're working on the astronaut helmet thing as well, but I did send a prompt into ProNut to try to get an image because once I get a image from ProNut, I can remove the watermark and reuse that in OpenAI. So I want to see or OpenArt. I want to see how ProNut does on that image as well. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so I don't think I don't think the AI agent has responded yet. But yeah, I put a prompt to let's see, give him a high tech spacesuit, and he's holding an astronaut helmet under one arm apparently. So
Hey,
yeah,
Tick. So check our Telegram. I just posted the image that I got.
sick, cool.
let's see. Go into Telegram again. We're moving from left to right.
Yeah, that looks
Oh,
great.
that's a good looking one.
It
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
really
yeah.
good. Yeah, cool. So let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the same thing right here. I'm gonna say so replace
So
that.
so
Yeah,
where it's green on his, so this is me being anal. So where it's the offset is not here, and that's why it looks so unified. So if the what's green on his suit could be orange, then it would offset that whole picture, you know.
On it.
Trust me, bro. But I know that's hard to prompt, coach. I know it
Um,
is.
give me 5.
Or just ask the prompt to change, keep everything as it is, only change the details of the suit to
Mm,
orange
Yes.
instead of green. Be
Yes.
yeah.
very, yeah, yeah.
Gonna take me 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
on open art to try to do the same thing. We'll see whose is better. Let's see. So this guy.
See
Okay,
who does
cool.
it better.
Yeah, I'm thinking I kind of want to do landscape instead of portrait though for a banner, right?
Yes,
Widescreen.
yes. Well, Tick, you can also do that when the prompt is in, right?
Yeah, I have it right here. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do art print, and then I'm gonna say change. Okay, I'm gonna say maintain all the, let me see, aspects of this image, except let's make the details of his suit an orange, an offsetting orange color. Hell yeah, let's see how that turns out. Hell yeah. We shall see.
Yeah.
Oh, this one. Okay, I'm gonna save this. I don't know. It looks like a little bit too orange right there. I'm gonna try a different model. Let's do it with Image Gen 4. See how this looks. Yeah, it was really cool though, the fact that Lovable did a free 48-hour basically like a test weekend, like a promo weekend for the Lovable thing. And so it's been cool because I've been able to kind of like get all these changes done that I wasn't able to do otherwise, because you're limited to only like 3 generations a day. So I can do like little updates, but as far as like a full blown remodel, that was kind of out until this weekend. So, I mean, I could have done it in RU code. I use an IDE, use Cursor and RU code, which is also a great tech stack if you want to code anything. Let me see.
Yeah, ChatGPT went completely crazy now.
Yeah.
Doesn't understand any of it. Created completely new picture of a Pokemon card where this guy is with a naked upper body, having this helmet under the armpits.
That's bizarre. Oh, God. Yeah, I have one with orange accents on the suit, the detail, but it's like it's a little bit much. And then as I'm trying the other, what is going on here? Okay. So, oh, I need to drop a new reference image. That's why. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'll go like this. Let's see what that looks like. And then...
Okay, so I gotta go out for a little chore. I'm gonna keep the space open, you guys.
Well,
It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
take me like 20.
I was gonna say I gotta
Or do
get.
you need to go?
Yeah, I do. I gotta get my day started.
All right,
Unfortunately,
cool.
I gotta
No,
keep it
no problem.
short. But we
Yeah,
did
yeah,
make a
yeah.
lot of progress on the website,
Yeah.
and thank you guys for helping me out with that. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, today I thought it would just be a little space just to touch base and everything. Since yeah, I feel like everyone's kind of busy this weekend anyway. I kind of had a feeling it would be a quiet space today. So, but thank you guys for showing up and showing love to the What's the Ticker fam, and Coach Lamb, Aubrey. Thank you guys for coming out today as well, spending
Absolutely.
some time with
Absolutely.
us.
It's always nice to have like I think we should just move it that as Saturday and Sunday that we cater less to what's out there and cater more to what we find interesting, right? To get maybe a little bit more of. We do that all the time too,
A
I
little bit
know,
more inbound.
but a little bit more right in the weekends, and then maybe we should move to um, maybe if we get larger, we might look for 2 other people that would host what's the ticker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
or host co-host with me, um, and then co-host with you.
Yeah.
So I can still host a space most days, even when I'm out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to secure the space, then it's going to be important. And then
Yeah.
I just have to log in with, because I have a different device to do that on, so that's perfectly fine, right? I just log in, leave that thing. But then I cannot leave the space, so you need two people to do that, right? If you're gonna have a space that's longer than half an hour,
Mm.
very difficult to do that on your own. So you kind of need two other people to keep the conversation flowing and keep the. So right now it's not busy in the space at all, so that would be perfectly manageable. But when you have more than 50 people in the space,
Mm-hmm.
you see the request that's coming up, and you don't, you want to check people's bios. You got to watch what's being pinned, but you still also want to ask questions to the project, and you do the live stream. So that, right? So there's got to be, that will be the progress of the space altogether. And so yeah, we're just gonna have a good time. We're just gonna have a good time, and maybe I'll pick up the What's the Ticker website, and build that in Canva, because I see Canva can do a little bit more.
Ooh.
And then I'll just go ahead and boost that on a hosting, something.
Yeah.
Send that to somewhere.
Yeah. Very cool. There's also Firebase Studio by Google, which I've
Yeah.
heard great things about it, and I've been trying to. Every time I build an application with it, though, or a website, it never turns out like. Let me see. I did a ticker landing page, and I was not stoked on it. I was kind of like confused as the result.
Underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
Canva can do it visually, and it's very handy. A little kid can do it, and it looks fire, right? Because you're building it there. So yeah, happy Father's Day, Tick. Have a lot of fun.
Yes. Thank you.
Lamb, have a lot of fun with the kids too. Hope they're making you some coffees and some good stuff, right? Get you some new tools. That's what I always used to get my dad, new tools. And
Mm.
my dad was awful with fixing things. He was not good at that at all. But I always got him tools. Yeah, a lot of fun. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna close up the space, and I'm just gonna finish up some chores now that the temperatures have come down some, because it was running into the 90s today here, very hot.
Oh
So
wow. Damn.
yeah, very
That's
much.
brutal.
So I'm gonna do some things that are needed to be done. And now that sun's going down slowly, less impactful, here's my chance. So yeah, catch you guys tomorrow in the crypto moonlight, right?
Awesome.
So
Yes. Thanks
have a
again, you
fun day.
guys. Stay bullish, fam.
Stay bullish, absolutely. No outro this time, just rugged.
And just rug.